got his hand up. What
What?
you want?
You guys said how well your weekends were and everything, and just went on to something else and said, "Oh well, Sly might tell us."
We said tablet bags and stuff, huh?
And the fact that motherfucking court was long as hell. I said, Dad, you ain't got a chance. You know what I mean? But you know,
I want one or two. I said, I just want to be quiet.
but you know,
That was one of his, I guess, reasons for doing it. Because
I said 1, 2 strips.
What up? We back. Welcome back to the My Father, Your Father podcast. I'm
right.
Sly the Second, joined by Sly the First, my aunt, Nelly Nell, a.k.a. Nasty Nell. Give y'all a round of applause one more time.
No, don't do that. Don't you do that.
But
Don't you damn do that. Don't you do that.
how y'all feeling today?
I feel great.
I feel good too.
It's been a great week. It's a great week.
Yeah?
Great weekend too. Everything is great.
It feel amazing outside.
You know.
God,
How y'all vocals?
He got his hand up. What
What?
you want?
you guys said how well your weekends were and everything, and just went on to something else and said, "Oh well, Sly might tell us."
Nah, we said it was a good
You
weekend.
just
So
sat there. What you need?
no, I'm sorry,
Thank
Dad.
you. Thank you.
How was your weekend?
Glad you asked, son.
Golly.
Right.
My weekend was outstanding. I went down and visited my brother. I hadn't seen him in a little over a year, you know, due to the whole COVID thing.
Shout out Uncle Ronnie.
Yeah.
That's the
So,
day.
to him, it's Uncle Ronnie.
Oh, okay.
To me, it's
You gotta cut it.
Kurt. Yes, sir.
Okay, and then let me ask you this.
Yes.
How does that? I know his name,
Right.
but what I'm saying, where the Ronnie part come in?
That's his middle name.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Talk to his daddy.
I have no problem with that. I ain't got to talk to his dad. Yeah, it was a great week, man.
Yeah.
So how was that? You went down to Dallas.
Yeah. So I flew on another airline that I won't mention.
Oh man.
But man, they had everybody and their mama on that plane. Everybody sitting.
Can I? Well, I know you don't want to tell it, but can I speculate? Mm-hmm. Were you on Spirit?
That ain't a speculation. That's a total humiliation. I would rather walk.
Then ride Spirit.
Is JetBlue still around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
JetBlue. What about would you ride Jet? Would you go on Spirit or would you Greyhound?
Greyhound.
Damn.
Because it's the same thing except you in the air.
I don't think.
I'm just kidding.
I think he said that for the show, but I could
Yeah.
not see you taking no Greyhound over no plane.
I just won't go if those are the two choices I got.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Yeah.
Stay at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at home.
I get that.
I get that.
But no, man, the travel done man.
Did you have a good experience?
Overall, I did, but you know, it was spring break week, so man, there's so many folks flying. I don't know why they're not listening to Dr. Fauci.
Well, why you not listening?
I'm an essential.
Right, but it wasn't essential for you to get on the plane to go
It
to
was
Dallas.
essential.
Nah, but
How you forget?
essentially, what is Dr. Fauci saying? Because on my YouTube feed is nothing but it's saying Dr. Fauci says take the vaccine, or like he's saying, you know, it's cool to live how you live. Now I haven't watched none of those videos, but that's what all the headlines be saying. So what exactly is Dr. Fauci saying?
I ain't heard from
He's
you.
saying still, you know, adhere to the CDC guidelines, you know, and don't wait for a particular vaccine. Take whichever
Say
one's
which one
available.
is available, yeah. You said
My
that
man-
last week.
And my main man, Nelly Nell, he
Hey man, didn't nobody ask you to announce what I got going on?
oh, okay.
I'm just messing.
Is this show about telling people's business?
No, I took the shot though Monday, man.
You took the shot?
Yeah, April 5th, my next one.
That's all right.
That's all right.
I know a lot of people.
You
don't
got your
believe
card
me.
with you?
No, I don't have my card. I don't carry my
Dude, you
card.
got to carry your card with you.
got
Why don't
yours
you
with
carry your card?
Yeah.
Why you carry your card?
What do you mean, why?
No, why wouldn't you carry your card though?
I mean,
You carry your license?
I feel like it's a at least at minimum a flex. Like, let folk know.
I'm
You
gonna
know.
start carrying my card then.
I was at
You
matter
got
of
your
fact.
card with you?
Yeah.
Do you for real?
Yes.
Let me see it. I don't believe
I got to
it.
get it out of my wallet, out of my...
Somebody get.
I'm telling you, you should carry the card. I was at
Yeah.
the liquor store the other day, and an older guy comes in there without a mask, right? And security stops him like, "Hey, nah, you gotta get your mask." He said, "I don't got one." He said, "All right, I got a box for you right here, right?" And so in the back of my mind, because he was saying, I just got the shot, man. I'm good. I just got the shot.
No, you're not good.
I'm like, man, show me your card. Like, how we know you just got the shot?
Right. And there's nowhere written that says just because you got the shot, you ain't supposed to wear your mask no more.
Nah, cause like y'all said a couple weeks ago.
Got your let me see what you get. Pfizer, dog?
That ain't even a card. That's
That's a shot card.
Index note.
That's
That's a shot card.
I thought it was it looked like a
license
ID
or something.
No,
yeah.
it's just this.
No.
Like
if you went to school.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's just right. But they gave you a little sticker.
You
and
talking about if
shit.
you went to school?
Man, I got
was
the
not
little,
getting these in
you know,
school.
like your I voted sticker.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah, they gave us I got vaccinated.
This is the
sticker.
card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the car for real.
And I got
Man.
one more thing to
Remember I
Hey,
told
go.
your man making these for $99.
Remember I told you he was selling
I
them.
got CDC certified Corona shot cards for $25. Lou, you know what we know, man. Come on, that's what the card look like. It's not even
That's what-
laminated.
No, it's not gonna be laminated. But what you didn't notice on these cards are there's some specific. Try to say that after a mouthful of smoke. There's some numbers on here that you just can't make up. Right.
Trust me, if that's the only thing getting around, I'm
just-
pretty sure there's people out there.
Well,
I don't want to put that in the world, like.
right. I ain't gonna be faking it.
But
with no
if
damn
it comes to the point where them cards is gonna be
The
the yay
damn-
or nay between getting into certain spots, I
know.
promise you, y'all
yeah.
heard it first, $25. I promise you, cause ain't nobody. If you had to get that to get in the club, that bouncer ain't looking for them numbers.
That's
that ain't
true.
nothing but a
He
sticky
don't even
note.
look for him with the ID. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're probably right. You dang cool. Yeah, you're right. You're
That's
right.
wow. Y'all just threw me for a loop de doop on that one.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be.
It was kind of, to me, I agree with you, Mar. I think it was, I think it's kind of crazy that that's all it is.
Yeah.
To say,
How long was your wait to get it?
like 42 minutes.
Wow.
Okay.
You weren't in the White's neighborhood, were you?
No, I was at my job.
That's quite. Yeah, that's a mixture.
I was about to say that's still the white
Yeah.
neighborhood.
No, that was a mixture. You got in Atlanta. You work in Atlanta? Dwight was not around. I had one or two walk through there.
No, you're out your mind. It was all Dwights.
Oh my goodness.
What are you
And
talking about?
it still took you for.
How long did it take you? Took you long than 42 minutes. I know that
It
much.
did not, sir.
You know they paged him
How much?
to come up.
I
there.
heard they paid. Well, he
Sir,
didn't
it
get
took-
paid.
They say your shot's ready.
D.
took
White
me-
told him that he could go get one. He ran up there real quick.
I'm just saying we
It
got
took
all them
me-
text messages for the voting and stuff. I ain't got one text message about these free shot centers.
And I think they assume that you guys are watching television or some other
They shouldn't.
media.
Yeah, they definitely
That-
shouldn't know.
Right.
Nah.
I know you're right. That's a bad assumption on their part, but it is all on television.
Where? I'm with.
Well, yeah, I guess that is true because when I do stumble onto the news, that is all I'm seeing. Speaking of the news, we'll kind of switch gears right quick. Have y'all heard about this Stop Asian Hate and the instance that happened behind that?
Yeah, that was a tough one there, man. I have my opinions about
What
it.
was
I
your
I want to hear y'all
Yeah.
opinions. Yeah,
'Cause
I want to hear
got
both
mine.
you
It
guys'
ain't gonna be
opinions
nice,
on that.
though, but you know.
Yeah, so again, that whole incident, no excuse for it. I don't care what my man said. I had a bad day.
A
kinda
bad
thing.
day.
That's what he
I
I
said.
had
that's
a
what he
bad
said.
day.
Yeah. So
Right.
and then to couple that with the spokesperson for the Cherokee County,
The sheriff or
Pete,
whatever.
Yeah, he was. I think.
Well,
he was the
no.
captain or something.
So he said he was having a bad day, but he first let's get some context behind for people that don't know what we're talking about. A guy, I can't forget his name, but a young white male took it upon himself to go in and murder. What was it? 8
Yeah, I think it was 8 people.
eight people from a couple different spa parlors around Atlanta.
Hold on, but gotta tell y'all this though. Not to interrupt you.
Go
This is
ahead.
funny. Have y'all heard the dude that was at the center at one of the spots that got shot? He said, they asked me, do I want one or two girls? I said, just one to be fine. That shit was funny. I said, man, he said she only got to do 1 or 2 strokes.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie.
She got to do 1 or 2 strokes. I heard, bap, bap. I said, 1 or 2 strokes.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was looking at the stories, I
That
said
was
we gonna talk about this
hilarious.
Monday. I already knew where the jokes and stuff was gonna come by, and I know they ain't done. So look, I'm gonna keep going. Look, so
Did she
but
ask me how many-
that was one of his I guess, reasons for doing it because he said he was a sex addict.
No, I ain't talking about the dude.
No,
who
I know
shot
what you
him.
I know what
Okay,
you're saying,
okay.
but kind of giving it some more context. He said he was a sex addict, and these spots that he hit were, I guess, encouraging him and promoting it, inciting him to want to keep having sex or whatever. And we and disclaimer, full disclaimer, my father, your father, and the host that and anybody a part of this team, we don't believe we're not gonna spread that narrative of the sex parlor, all that stuff, right? Yeah. But that's what the sheriff said.
Yeah, those are legit. Those are legitimate businesses. They're licensed. They have to be licensed. Again,
they even said a couple of spots had like no sex signs. You know what I'm saying? That still did not give that person the right to do what he did at all.
Oh
right.
no, I ain't tripping about that. I was just tripping about the darn the dude was supposed to be like a witness and said.
Yeah,
I walked in,
but
and they asked me, I want one or two. I said, well, just one will be fine.
But you know how the news do though, right? That's just like when you have something in the neighborhood, something in the hood doesn't happen. They go find somebody that ain't got no teeth. They sitting up there saying, I don't know.
The same lady that because y'all out playing basketball in the street, they gonna find her.
They gonna find her, and she gonna have an opinion about something.
And that's a narrative.
Man,
they got them too.
Yeah,
they be looking for nails.
Yeah,
man, that's hilarious.
But I again, I gotta play devil's advocacy. I've been hearing. So I heard about it from the hashtag on social media, right? Stop Asian hate. Stop Asian hate. A lot of my followers or a lot of what's on my feed is, they're not agreeing with it because how the Asians treat our community. So I want to hear, I don't know if y'all seen that or how do y'all feel about that?
I didn't see it, but I feel the hashtag though, like, I guess I shouldn't say the hashtag, but I feel like, hey, he never been on my team for the longest. All they want to do is ask me for what I got and give me my change to get the hell on. So, so I'm not saying what happened was right.
So this is my thing. It's like with any other biases that are going on, right? Like any other group of people, there are certain biases that that's kind of elongated or shared throughout the.
Yeah.
He said, what the fuck? He just said elongated.
No, you should see what we be editing. Like
right.
the cuts that be on his face be hilarious, bro.
He went to Tennessee State. The Tennessee State.
Right.
So,
but I think you're right on that part.
So that's half the battle, and it's okay. This disclaimer that Nell put out, I am by no means agreeing with the narrative of because you don't like somebody, do something negative to them. By no means.
Right.
But when that one person came on and said, they've been whooping our ass for a whole year, I sat back and said, what the fuck? A whole year?
Congratulations.
We $3.99 then. We $3.99 on you.
Hey, so
congratulations.
Nah, look. We're going to have to disclaim ourselves from this episode.
Congratulations.
Look. But what you just said, I had the same thought when I heard them come on there, right? Because I'm with any oppressed people, right? I'm cool. I understand y'all struggle. That's cool, right? Take the personal experiences with the Asian culture away from take my experiences away, right? Mm-hmm. They said we've been getting beat up for a year.
A whole year.
So the first thing I thought about was
I'm gonna break out my violin now.
Maybe not yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, if this only been I ain't gonna say only, but if this been happening a year, where y'all where this been at? You know what I'm saying? So it made me think about, you know how my brain is. Oh, there's some government stuff right now. Y'all losing control. No. Y'all just trying to make a narrative right now, and y'all trying to bring I hope not for the Asian community, but now y'all finna do these Asians like y'all did the black community.
That could possibly be one scenario.
That's what I saw, cause I mean,
I think
I would have been more impressed if they said for years, like.
Yeah, because they be lying because it hadn't been.
Say, yeah.
But the other thing, though, I think the bigger takeaway from all of this, and some of our Dwight viewers may be upset with this. What it points to is the fact that Dwight be fucking with everybody.
That's true too.
I mean, it's like seriously. So you don't like something.
Yeah.
You start beating them up, killing them, putting your knees on their neck. Oh, and then running into the Capitol to fuck people up. Cause you Dwight?
D-White.
And you don't like what's going on? Like you don't like the fact that Trump was running around saying this thing came from a particular place, and these people who are either, you don't even know what nationality they are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you beating them up, jumping on it, and so your rationale is because Trump said it came from there, and obviously you had something to do with it. But Dwight need to check themselves, man.
So he did. This is just another. I'm just bringing up another conversation to get y'all opinion on it, right? He did kill. I want to say 2 Dwights.
Yeah.
That's just because they happen to be there.
You think so?
They tried to stop
You
it.
think they were just collateral damage?
Collateral damage, man. Collateral damage.
I don't know. It's just something to think about because it's like if you on this Proud Boy rant, right? Which I can see, I can understand if that's what it is. If this is a hate crime, now y'all sacrificing y'all own people.
Hey, they did that up in
in
Wisconsin.
broad daylight though. What happened in Wisconsin?
When they were doing the march and the little boy with the he turned around and he shot the 2 white boys. Crickets. And he walked right past the
I think that was
officer.
a crowd full of white people too though. Yeah.
The white don't be playing, man.
Yeah, that was just something I was curious
I
about.
just be tired of people jumping on our bandwagon like, oh, we're getting fucked around now. Well, we've been getting fucked around for a long damn time and still getting fucked around.
Yeah, it's
so
to be politically correct. We have to empathize with them, but to be real,
to keep it 100.
to keep it 100.
So let's keep it 100. Like, those the black kids that's at home watching these headlines and seeing what it's doing to our social media, right? What would you tell them? Like, how would you tell them to take this? Obviously, you can't tell anybody what their opinion should be, but can y'all give a little bit of guidance of maybe where to look at your information, where to go get it, who to trust, who not to trust, what to look for, what not to look for?
I don't know if I can give them that, but just read your, know your history, know what we've been through, and check out people like my boy John Lewis and them. Read some stuff that he been through and get that knowledge but like I said, we've been through this a long time.
Yeah, ain't none of this new.
Yeah, this ain't new now. This is for us. This shit is real. It's been like this forever.
Right.
So like I said, I'm not saying oh yeah, hooray, that finally happened to somebody else besides us. I'm just saying, don't jump on our plight, because now all of a sudden, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I think you did good.
I think you echoed a lot of the sentiment of a lot of,
leave that alone, man.
But it is. I think to answer your question, I think for young African Americans, I think you have to know your history. Mm-hmm. Period. And when things like this occur, you'll have a reference point, or you'll have a better understanding of really where it's coming from.
How to handle it.
Yeah, because I think that's where a lot of people don't. I think that's where the disconnect comes in.
Right.
Is where's all this hate coming from?
Right.
No one ever asked that question. Like, they got the dude. They. Okay, I'm gonna say this one more thing about him, because when they put that motherfucker in the car.
Who?
The white, the boy that did the shooting. They put him in the car, man. He was comfortable in the motherfucker in that back seat.
They always
He was comfortable.
I haven't seen any of
them.
He was just sitting back there like taking, is this my good side? I was like, I'm sorry, this dude just killed 8 people, and you guys got him as relaxed as he could be.
Right.
Face all pretty. Ain't nobody
beat him up.
It's always like that. It's always like that.
I know them cuffs.
They ain't scared of
them cuffs wasn't tight. Because his arms are just flexing. I'm like,
nah.
I'm sorry.
Let's go to the next subject.
That's a perfect segue. I don't know if you got 2020. the news interview, or I don't know, whatever they call themselves, but y'all know what I'm talking about, 2020,
The show
ABC.
2020.
Yeah. Been on forever, right? Now they got a thing with Hulu where, like, I guess they upload the episodes right to Hulu. So I'm on there trying to find something to watch a couple nights ago, and I see the Asian hate news on Hulu already. I'm like, dang, that was fast. Like,
Yeah.
cause I'm thinking stuff got to go through production, whoop, and then it hit Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus. It hit them platforms a little bit later. But these news platforms, they dropping right there. So it's like they found their way to I guess stay relevant. But my thing is, and so I'm looking at the rest of the stories. I'm looking at the stuff that's just happened in the past couple of weeks, and everything's right there. It's like boom, 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 boom. And the day it happened, 2020 got an interview on the on Hulu. It's like it's right there. It's that fast.
Yeah, they take it because like you're saying, you guys aren't watching the networks anymore.
Yeah.
They know where y'all watching. They know y'all sharing passwords and shit.
Not for real.
What's your password?
Not for real.
So,
But no, that was just amazing to me because I'm like, wow, they really. Because I think a big conversation was like, everybody was going towards streaming platforms. What was the news gonna do? What was?
Yeah.
You remember we used to have like on-demand channel and stuff like that. What were they gonna do? So I just wanted to bring it up. I think that was pretty.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird to me that we got news on a platform like that so fast. But I guess you just gotta get with the times.
They following the trends. So, man, I know we boring you over there, Nell, but what?
Hey, man. No,
You just-
hey, man. Hey, like I said, man, I'm sick of these people, man.
Y'all want to read a question?
Yeah, let's
we have some questions this week. All right, man. We
Yeah,
moving on
so we
up.
finally got some questions in. This is a new segment we got. It's called What Up Dad, or / What Up Aunt.
We
Guess.
don't want to hurt no feelings.
Yeah, because I'm going to be pissed.
So guess,
Matter of fact, I'm thinking Unc should
right, look, I got you next time. We gonna flip-flop it. But so what we're gonna do is we want to hear from the audience. We want to build engagement, whatever. We understand a lot of people have problems out there, but they might not have somebody to talk to. If you got a question, you got a story, you just want to get something off your chest, email us at myfypod@gmail.com. Let us know where you're from. If you want to drop your name, be anonymous, whatever. We're going to read our first one. It's from Sarah Cortez.
Sarah, you're not anonymous anymore. You're famous.
Is she supposed to be anonymous? Oh, my bad. Yeah, so listeners, put anonymous. So Miss Cortez, her question is, as a parent who holds strong values on higher education, what would you do if your child decides they don't want to pursue higher education? Okay. What can I say or do to change their mind?
can't.
Okay, Miss Cortez.
I like this Cortez. I like it.
That's a good first question.
Damn, that's a beast of a first question. Who you want to answer first?
I ain't gonna lie. Okay, I want to hear from Unc first, then we're gonna go to Dad, then I'll get my spiel on it. So Unc, if one of your kids come to you and says, hey, I know you've been on me about going to school these last 12 grades or whatever. I know school is important to you, but it ain't for me.
And they live in my household?
And they live in your house. It's your child, yeah.
How do you, it sounds like she's asking, how do you convince them to stay in school or stay
Yeah,
on that
because she
path?
says, what can I say or do to change their mind? So obviously she wants them to be.
Really, she needs to start with herself. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure she started and finished school, so that's the least she can do.
So what if
Start with
she-
your damn self. Like, hey, I finished school. Can you not finish school? It's school. It's easy. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Just do your work, man, and go to school. I want to know this. What you going to do if you get out of school? You going to hustle? You going to work? What you going to do? I'm not saying education's the way. There are people that became millionaires. It's not, they didn't get their education, whatever the case may be. But, I I don't know what to tell because see, I didn't put him out miles.
So that's
it's
it for you.
It's it for me, man. I mean,
you're not going for it, and you gotta get up out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I can see if you don't want to go to college.
Right. But
I think that's what it is.
It's
Yeah.
a college pick.
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well,
so
in
she
that
says
case-
pursue higher education.
Okay,
so
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Okay.
I thought you was going kind of hard.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
in that case, hey, it ain't for everybody. So for me, hey, you need to find what you like. Maybe you good with your hands. Let's see about getting into trade school, something like that, electrician, heating and air, whatever you want to do.
That's what I like about.
But I'm not gonna do.
Nell can turn on a dime.
Hey, man, I
He's
got
so
y'all-
clean.
I got y'all meant to-
Yeah, cause you was on that little, dude.
I had to stop you for a minute because I'm like, who is
I was
this
scared.
Cortez lady? She go watch this now.
You're about to get the hell out. But no, school's not for everybody. Seriously,
Yeah.
I'm not forcing anybody to go to college. So as far as I'm concerned, Mr. Cortez, ask him what he wants to do. Let's see where you want to go. Is there something you want to do? Tell me what's on your mind. How about let's have a conversation about what do you want to do since you don't want to go to college.
I can respect that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
I understand that it's not for everybody. So it took me forever to get out of college. So I understand. So,
Career
You was a super senior?
yeah, I was a super senior. I was a super duper quadruper senior. So I'm just saying. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. See what you want to do. Because school's not for everybody. And like I said, there's some people that didn't go to finish high school and they became billionaires, millionaires. So it's not like that's the end all be all. I'm just asking.
Three people did that.
Well, I mean that's three
Okay,
more, three more than he did.
I'm just saying. Don't
So,
encourage
Dad,
the motherfuckers.
how do you feel?
So,
It's gonna be elongated or something.
It can never be elongated.
He like the Stephen A. Smith of the damn My Father, Your Father podcast. He always trying to use a word he can't spell and
If
shit.
he's Steven, what that make you?
I'm damn.
You skip or are you?
No, he's Shannon.
Are you
I'm
Shannon?
Shannon.
No.
I'm Shannon.
No, I will not
grandmama
let you
them-
be
my
Shannon.
grandmama them
You would be.
So-
You can be Skip.
are Max.
We gonna keep it
Kellerman.
OG.
If he be Skip if he want to, I swear to goodness I'm gonna go hard on him.
Oh man, go
Can't
on.
stand Skip.
You
But
know,
anyway.
Skip,
But yeah,
baby.
go ahead.
So, first thing I would tell her, especially if she's paying for him to go to school and he says, no, I don't want to go to school anymore, pump the brakes, call the financial aid department and say, send me my shit back. That's the first thing. Secondly, I would do similar to what Nell said was, hey, you're going to have to come up with a plan for me.
All right.
Tell me what it is that you want to do if you don't want to do this. And if she's explaining to him all of the pros to it, and he's telling her what the cons are to it, and they do the whole pro-con list.
Don't
see
tell me
which
you want to be a rapper either.
He might be the best rapper in
He
that.
might be,
though.
I'm just talking.
But no,
What
okay.
I-
So
but-
I say my point. I
Yeah,
get
because
it.
what I've learned, so I had two kids that that fit into that. Cause
Shout out my sister.
Because that's how I was raised, right? I was raised. My parents said, go to school, get a good education, and get a good job.
Facts.
But that was back in the 80s.
Dude.
Yeah.
He went a little further. I thought it was.
The 70s. The 70s, yeah, that was the late.
80s. Boy, stop.
That was by the time I finished.
Oh wait, nah. Yeah, that do make sense though. Yeah.
Oh, we finished.
right.
You win
Career
in
student.
60.
62. No, just fucking with you. But as time went on and different opportunities presented themselves, because one of the things that was prevalent during the time that we were going to school was there were trade schools that you could go to.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you don't see that as much now.
You don't see it.
So you don't. So you didn't have those
free
choices.
too at the time when we used to go.
Really?
School?
I think trade schools like
Oh yeah, trade school. Well, you can get.
You had, like,
get a little
commit to
grant.
them or
maybe,
something?
Or maybe
Yeah.
Job Corps, wasn't that like? You
Yeah,
remember
Job
that?
Corps for the folks who just didn't.
damn near prison.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
one step away from. If you don't make it out of Job Corps, your ass going straight to the pen.
They just built a new
Shout out.
job corps on the south
Oh,
side
that's
too.
true.
Yeah.
They had that one over by Martin Luther King.
It's right there
forever.
on Washington Road.
Shout out to my
Roosevelt.
brother.
Oh, your brother with the Job
Yeah,
Corps?
he was.
No, but he had to though, right?
He had no other choice.
Cause he got electrocuted.
No, that's your favorite uncle.
Oh.
And we don't want to talk about that because we talked about that all weekend, and I found out some funnier shit about that. We'll
Okay,
talk
well we
later.
gonna keep that for a different
Yeah,
show
yeah,
because
yeah.
the original story is already hilarious. But so look, I'm gonna give my opinion on this, right? And I love both of y'all's outlooks on it, right? And knowing both of y'all, I'm pretty sure it wasn't the same 5, 6, 7 years ago, right? But I can appreciate that. So, Dad said, or no, Aunt said, I hope he don't want to be a rapper, right? This is my thing. If bro been rapping since the 9th grade, 8th grade, since he's a little dude, invest in him, believe in him. School ain't for him. You see what I'm saying? But now if, she didn't leave the child's name, but
Thank God.
Yeah.
We already told her
We
that.
already shouted the mama out.
Lil Cortez, if it's
you're
your
watching this.
senior year, and
We're
take
not
it
talking
from me,
about you.
take it from me. I went to college for a year. I dropped out.
Expensive ass school. Too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put that out there.
It was free though.
To
Nah,
who?
it wasn't.
I thought he was on scholarship.
I was
It
on
wasn't a
partial
whole-
scholarship.
not
But
the
look,
whole-
let me get this story out.
Okay, my bad.
I was on partial scholarship, whatever, but it was still expensive, right?
I barbecued a lot of ribs that day.
Right. For nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing.
But I went to school with this. I went to school for my parents. Like they said, "Hey, this is the way you need to go." I went, right, and also because I didn't have nothing else to do. So
And don't get me wrong. I love rap, and I think.
Yeah,
I take
but
this
if
back.
you
I take
not
this
no
back.
rapper-
I take this back. I take this back.
No, if you not
wanna
no
be a
rapper in
rapper, and you
January-
can be a rapper, rap your ass off. Cause I love rap. I love
no,
it. So
but you
I take that back.
gotta give context to that because rappers are workers. They work hard.
They do. They
It's
do.
a lot to be to what you see on camera. It is work towards that. So that's why I say if you just finna graduate and you ain't got nothing else to do and you see these rappers, you say, okay, I can do that, and that's your last resort. Go to school because school is where you gonna meet the party promoters,
Yeah.
the engineers, the people that you need later on in life.
I got a son that can really rap. Y'all might want to check him out too.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
I heard him.
You have not heard him. You have not heard
Dude,
him.
every time I come over your house, here, let me listen to here, listen to
You
this.
ain't heard that. You was a lie. You lying. You lying, man.
So let me just add a little context
He can
to
rap.
what.
He can
yeah,
rap.
he can rap. We'll have him on the show soon.
He can rap.
I have another point too.
Let me add a little to what you're saying. I think to your point, because I'm gonna use myself as an example. What I initially, when he was saying, "No, Dad, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school," I'm like, "No, you ain't got no choice. You got to go to school. You got to go to school."
But
That
that's
wasn't
a
right.
parent.
And-
no, it was right
and-
for me.
Okay, for you.
Because as a parent, he thinking like, well, you ain't showing promise in nothing else. Like,
So
you gonna go to school.
But the one thing that once he made that decision not to go, it was about understanding what it was that he really, really wanted to do.
AKA
And-
kicking me out the house, so I just play.
Yeah. That was
Right,
that was the
right.
other thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Did we leave that part
Yeah,
out?
you left
can't
that out.
live here,
But you
if
don't have to go to school.
Yeah, you don't have to go to school.
But again, we got to give context because I say it all the time. Yeah, my dad kicked me out, but he
Damn,
didn't
that's
kick.
first I heard it.
I ain't never heard that one either.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
telling people I say it,
Oh,
but
okay.
he didn't kick me out. I had a roof over my head as long as I would have needed it to be. But when I had those conversations with Dad, it's like, all right, you looking for apartments now? Like, I remember they gave, but at the same time, I was hitting him like, hey, I need somewhere to stay. Like, I need to, it was a mutual thing. Like, okay, you made this decision to not be in school, something that I was going to be behind you with. The man sent me money every month. He took care of the fast food, he made sure I got to school. He did his job. He made sure I got out of jail when I went to school.
Yeah.
But
At 3 o'clock in the morning call.
and so then I called him at 10 o'clock when I was at Bible study with my man. Shout out Jalen Briggs and his family. They took me in one winter break and I went to church with them.
Oh yeah. That's that family.
And mind you, this was in the middle of the school year.
I can't get my shirt.
I called my dad. I said, Dad, I ain't feeling this no more. I'm ready to drop out. Like, I'm gonna finish this school year for y'all, cause I ain't no quitter, but I'm quitting. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna finish this track season, do what I need to do, but I'm gone. Like, and he said, I think he still was like, nah, I ain't going for it. But I was like, well, that's just what it is. So my thing is, as the parent, I feel like when he gets into high school or when he becomes into that age where he's starting to figure stuff out, the parent got to be like, hey, all right, it's time for you to figure stuff out because when you get to 12th grade, you might not want to go to school. You can't just wait till he get to the 12th grade and be like, you got to go to school. This it.
No, I agree. I think you
It caused a conflict on both sides.
But I think the one lesson that I learned through the experiences with you was that you had a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
You know, and some of them were good. Like, for example, I remember you telling me about YouTube and how you like, Dad, just do this for me for YouTube. In retrospect, or in hindsight for people who went to Tennessee State,
Really?
if I would have really took him seriously and invested in that, what he wanted to do in YouTube back then, I probably should be. Yeah, I probably would be sitting there chilling right now.
But
you being a Jackson State University graduate, you didn't see the vision.
But in his defense, and now I'm talking to the kids now, like, stop being scared of y'all parents when it comes to y'all future, right? I wasn't determined enough. Like, I ain't show how eager I was to get that stuff done. I just had an idea, and I was like, I want to make this work. Dad, make it happen.
Yeah. It
You
wasn't a whole lot of content behind it.
Yeah, you can't just walk up to your moms and be like,
if you just showed him that you were making it happen.
but and now in my defense, but now if he would have been like, you know what, forget it, let's just do it. Then he might have put a spark in me and be like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. That's all we'll never know. But on both sides, you just gotta.
Yeah, it's a
two-way street.
It's a two-way street.
It's a two-way street.
Both sides. So I'd say to the parents, talk to your kids, just listen to what they're saying, and then add your input in there. Kids, don't
slap them first and then listen to them.
Yeah. Keep your hands in your pocket.
If you slap them, make sure you tell them you love them after you slap them.
Yeah. No, I think I was slapping you. I was telling you I love you before I slapped you.
Yeah, I think my dad was like,
I love you, right? Bang!
You gotta tell you love.
Because they're going to go straight to the man and tell him, he just slapped me. My daddy ain't never said he loved me. 20 years later.
I never understood that until I had my kid, man. I'd be like, boy, see, you got to talk different now because you finna be saying this outside in the world.
Because he will go out there.
He will go out, and you can't blame him.
You'll have social services knocking on your door.
My dad used to drop me off at school. He'd be like, look, man, you better not say nothing. I got you, bro. What I'm gonna say? I don't like these folk no way. But now I understand. The child is a picture reflection of the parent. You know.
Yeah, especially if your parents are disciplinarians.
Yeah.
You can easily go into the school system and say, my
especially
daddy
now
whooping me with a belt. He told me to take my pants down.
You see this? All you gotta do is show up one scar, one little cut.
That happened to my boy.
Yeah, and then you mess up everything. The little kid think he getting out of getting the ass whooping, but now your parent ain't got no job because his ass in jail.
Exactly. That's like the question we had last week.
Yeah.
Or did we have that question?
Or a week before or something like that.
No.
I was telling you about how my boy didn't I tell you how my boy ended up having to go to jail for like 5, 6, 7 days, something like that because.
No, that was the other podcast you were doing.
Oh, okay.
You're a celebrity.
Yeah, I know I was moonlighting on other podcasts. I'm kind of heavy in this podcast game.
You are
I'm kind of heavy.
He's heavy now.
But no, I just heard a story about that. A woman, her and her husband, the girl gets mad at the husband for some reason, right? And tells the mom that he was touching her. Or tells the mom that he had another girlfriend, right? And then he was like, nah, that ain't true, dude. And she took the child side, which I understand. That's your child. I don't think it's her biological father. So I understand that. I'm like, cool. And he leaves. He's like, all right, you want to believe her? I'm gone. Which is also understandable. Time goes by, and the daughter tell the mama, oh, nah, I was just playing. My bad.
My bad.
So now the wife go back, oh, I'm sorry, baby. Can you come?
Shit.
And he like, man,
here's Mrs. You fucked up. I want to introduce you to Mrs.
New wife.
Yeah, here's my new wife.
Here's girlfriend number 2. You like he might be like, you know what? God bless me with that.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
I don't want to be a part of the crazy family anyway.
Right.
So what other questions we got? Or was that the
Okay, we have another question. I learned my lesson. This is from Mr. Thomas.
Are we not anonymous?
No, I didn't say his first name. It's a lot of Mr. Thomases out there.
There was 12 that
This
said
is
that
from Mr. T.
Okay, there you go.
Golly.
Oh man.
We don't want people to be scared to sit shit
I'm gonna
in,
have
bro.
fun with these. I'm gonna see if I could. Let me see what Mr. T might sound like.
Pity the fool. No.
Pity.
I have a daughter that is starting to think about marriage. I want her to get it right. Should I sit down with her and have a deep conversation about marriage and what I consider would be a good man for her? Or should I wait until she comes to me? I just don't want to be too late. Well, Mr. Thomas, I'm gonna need you to grow some. No, I'm just playing.
Right.
Can I
Go
start
ahead, y'all.
first? Because
Yeah.
Nell
Do your thing.
went first the last time, and then it was 20, 30 minutes
Nah,
later.
do your thizzle.
Okay. So, Mr. T, you have waited too late already. You have a daughter. These are conversations you should be having once they
That's about to get married, so I'm gonna assume.
Should have talked to her when she was 4.
Threes.
Yeah. Especially about this topic.
Mr. Thomas, I'm gonna need to know more about you.
Right.
And I'm gonna reiterate for the audience, the question that we're dwelling on right now is, should I sit down with her and have a deep conversation about marriage and what I consider would be
Yes.
a good man for her?
Yeah, so the short answer, Mr. T, is yes, you should sit down and have a conversation with her about your perception of a good man and what that should mean to her. But and I'm not bashing you all the way, Mr. T, but those are conversations you should have with your daughter throughout. You don't necessarily have to say to her, get married and this but
is the guy.
you should always have a conversation with even choosing she trying to choose a husband right now.
What about the boyfriend? You skipped that,
you
didn't
skipped that whole part there, Mr. T. But I appreciate the question because I know a lot of dads that have daughters. They don't want to have those kind of conversations with them because they feel like that's gonna kind of push them to go on out and like I didn't give you the okay to go marry the first dude that say marry me.
Right.
But you got to have those conversations to win.
And you gotta live like that, too.
Yeah, you gotta show her an example.
Yeah, because the conversation shouldn't be nothing but extensions
Yeah.
of what she already seeing. Ain't no man perfect, but that's a part of that should be the conversation you have when you telling her what kind of man she should or shouldn't be, looking for.
Yeah, but that's a great question, and I think a lot of dads struggle with that and wanting to know, when and what they should say to their daughters.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. T. I appreciate the question. Like I said, me being a new father, the thing I think about most is how I don't have to be asking these questions in 18 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm living like that every single day. He can't even talk yet. You barely be paying attention to anything. But I'm still giving him the man talks. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I definitely know what you're saying because I swear to goodness, when you was 3 weeks old, I was just passing you off. Change them diapers.
Hey.
I believe that. I truly believe that.
So look, I got a question. Cause you just I need to hear this from my OGs, right? So explain to me those first couple months for a newborn, right? And explain to me what you think the role of the mother and the fathers should be playing.
Not gonna get into that one.
Yeah,
no, I'm
me
just
neither.
fucking with you.
It's a partnership, though, man.
It's a
No, it's a
partnership.
partnership.
It's a partnership, and there are no. So there are no roles. I want to be really, really clear on that. There are no roles.
Say it one more time.
There are no roles. You guys have brought a life into the world. They didn't do it by themselves. It wasn't. Mary is the only person I know that didn't need no help other than from God.
Right.
So now that life is in the world, and this is okay. So this is the other thing because I'm really passionate about when women after a woman has a child, they go through way more than we'll ever go through.
Man,
we talking. The postpartum is real.
It's very real.
It is real. And when men thinking that their significant other is just going through something or whatever, she is, and you gotta really be. Men have to be way more sensitive,
right,
to a new mom's, because not only has she brought a new life into the world, her body's changed.
Everything's
all
changed.
of the hormones are all over the place. You gotta respect that, and you gotta pull back from that whole. Is you crazy? No, she's not. Those are facts right there. So there's no roles. I suggest to any new dad man, take as much off of them new moms as
you
possible. Take if that means changing diapers, if that means letting her sleep longer than than you think she should be, you gotta let them do that because they gotta get through that phase. That phase ain't no joke.
This is coming from the man that passed the baby over. His diaper.
And you saw, and
This
you
come
know
from
that
the man
was
that raised all his kids all the way up from.
no, but I'm glad you said that, right? Because when I say roles, like you're right. There are no roles, right? Really, if there is gonna be role, that man got to step up and take responsibility for more.
With newborns, it can't be. It's got to be a joint effort, man.
So let me ask you about your experience with me and my sister, right? Because my mom, she calls me and she gives me these stories.
Oops, she did call me today. Damn, I should have answered. But go ahead.
She watches this now. Look, but she tells me the stories, right? I was a titty baby.
Yeah.
I was under my mama forever. She said I ain't even like you for real until I got older. You know what I'm saying? More receptive of stuff. So kind of give me your experience with that, and like how did you? Because she told me y'all had a problem as well, where she thought that you weren't doing enough. The carrying a baby, the changing him, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our first child was your sister.
Right.
That was our first child. Y'all don't come with instructions or a handbook. So yeah, we try to figure that shit out as we go. So she's probably right because I still was like, okay, you got the baby, I got the job.
Right, yeah. She said like you was traveling a lot.
Yeah, that was another thing. But yeah. But it was, working. I can't believe she tried to put this shit on. I'm just
No.
Where the popcorn?
But
right.
But no, so
it's got to be a doozy.
But seriously, no, I'm a hold back. but no, it is you don't have the, you don't fully understand because like we were away from all of our family.
Yeah, I was in a whole
we were in a whole new city,
country.
Yeah, we were in a whole new state, a whole new city. So we didn't have family members. So we had to for like a better term, fend for ourselves,
Yeah.
And yeah, all I do was like, I'll be honest with you, until these little motherfuckers start talking, I got a whole lot to do. What?
Nah, it might seem bad. It might seem bad.
It's like,
but that's how I'm feeling right now. Like, what can I do?
The goo gaga didn't get you.
For about 13, 14 seconds.
For a little bit.
Then it's like, all right. And then, but see, for a girl though, now let me back up a minute.
How'd you feel?
For the girl, it was totally different. It's like, she falling asleep on my chest everywhere we go. So all of that was cool.
Right.
When Jamal came, like, dude, until you start able to walk and catch a ball and shit, I'm not fucking with. I'm just kidding.
No, you wasn't.
No, he not joking though. Like,
I said, you're not joking.
Because I be looking at my son and man, that is the best thing that has ever happened to me, right? It seems cliche to say, every parent say it, right? But it's because it's true. Like, it's just a different thing, right? But like my dad say, I hold him for a couple seconds, get him right, especially if he sleep now, right? Now if his eyes open and he moving a little bit, he trying to fart, I might can play with him with the whoop. Yeah, that's what he do.
Yeah. Sleep.
But if he sleep and baby sleep like 17, 18 hours a day.
It's the good ones.
The good ones. You know what I'm saying? So if he sleep, I just be looking at him like, oh my God, let me go lay you back down. Let me make sure you're comfortable. Yeah, it's not a love thing. It's a like, I'm literally, what can I do?
Yeah, and see the what ifs is probably like the craziest part for a new parent for both, and men always defer to the woman. Like she's supposed, you had this kid, you supposed to know what to do with her.
Right.
No, she's just like you.
Well, no, see, it's not even that though, because I can't, because like I said, it's both of our first child, right? So I never would say she's supposed to know what she's supposed to do. But, like I said, we had a boy, and the boy loved his mama.
So one of the things we were talking about on this, I heard on this other podcast, they were talking about the differences on how we raise our boys versus our girls.
Right.
So this guy had twins. He had a boy and he had a girl. They out in the yard playing. So the little girl falls down, skins her knee.
Oh yeah, I heard
She starts crying. he goes over and pick her up and say, "Oh, baby, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay." 2 minutes later, the little boy, boom, he falls. He start crying. Get your ass up, man. Shake that off. So we shape the narratives of boys and girls at an early age because we think boys should be tough.
Yeah.
And that's why we pull back when they little, because we
think boys should be dependent. Like like you say, so you can start talking and walking, I can't really do too much for you, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting my stage to trying to,
that's
fuck
where
with you.
Your turn hasn't come up. That's
and I think
And
it
not-
gets
that's
crazy
not
when
right
you're
or
trying
wrong.
to. Yeah, it gets crazy when you use that terminology like, "Oh, your turn" or "my role," because like you say, it ain't no role, it ain't no turns. But at the same time, like I said, I don't have no problem changing no diapers.
Right.
I don't
Right,
have no
no.
problem making no. I don't care if I ain't slept in 3 days.
Yeah,
if he just pooped.
Yeah, you done peed on me quite a few times.
Yeah, and before I had this child, literally until I changed that.
Man.
Until I changed this first diaper, my whole thing was like, nah, I don't think I'll be able to do that. But
But now it's yours. I'm sorry.
it's like, I'm doing that. No glove, no nothing. I'm just.
I ain't using the Johnson baby powder on you.
Nah.
No, that company got sued.
Yeah, I see too many commercials at 3 o'clock in the
Hey,
morning.
man, have y'all seen Plies thing about the Johnson shot?
Nah,
want
I
y'all
don't
to
think
look
I
at that,
did.
Man, that is hilarious. I follow
Plaza had a new coming though. He got new teeth and
Oh yeah, he got new took all his gold teeth out
Yeah.
and everything. But you got to see the
Miracles
one
do
about.
happen.
right.
You got to see the one about. He asked his mama something about, "Are you gonna take the shot?" And then he said, "You gonna take the Johnson?" She's like, "I ain't taking shit." So he was like,
Oh, I did see that.
he
It was a little
like,
rant.
"What do you mean,
Yeah.
Mama? You're not fooling with Johnson and Johnson. Black people been fooling with Johnson since day
Forever.
one. Baby powder." And he said something like, and it was so crazy because I seen like a comment that said, Johnson, the reason why I got a partial hysterectomy. So
Yeah.
Plies, I
Yeah.
don't think he was trying to be, he just Plies being
Yeah.
funny. But I don't think he's trying to get on her per se. But
Yeah,
he was
'cause
like
it was-
this.
it was talcum powder
Yeah,
that was-
Johnson, he said
Yeah.
Johnson didn't say put no talcum powder, put the powder between the vagina on
Yeah.
your nuts. They didn't tell y'all to put that down there. Y'all started putting that shit down.
Here's the
You
audience.
got to see that, man. It's hilarious. I mean, like I said, I don't think he meant anything for the ladies out there who have had problems.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think-
not
yeah,
what we're.
I know he
That's,
didn't.
that's why I don't think he was going there with
Yeah,
that.
let me ask you
So
guys
on
a
a serious
question.
matter, he was just being funny, but it was a hilarious skit.
Let me
he
ask
did.
you guys a question further. This is way before your time. So you're a young black man growing up, and your mom is in her 40s at that time. So this is back in the 70s, 80s, right?
You're doing a lot of math
So,
here.
so we have this. So we had this thing hanging in the bathroom, because back in our day we only had one bathroom. So this thing is hanging in the bathroom. It's a tube. It's a plastic thing, a rubber thing with a tube on it, right? And it's a bag. So you don't know what the fuck that bag is
Oh, the
for.
red bag.
The red
The
bag.
enema. Is it the enema bag?
No,
what was
it's
it
just
for?
a douche.
Douche bag. That's right.
Hey,
Kids.
Lou, are you registering this right now?
Dude, so as a kid, we sit up there.
Oh, you
I
talking
got
about
caught.
the douche?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
I
is-
thought you were still talking about the sink. Okay, yeah.
No,
So,
the red
I've heard
bag.
douche stories before.
So you put that.
Nah, I ain't never did
Now,
that.
what
on
that's
replaces
how-
a douche?
Huh?
Can we have this conversation right now? Can I say douche?
Yeah, you can say
What
douche.
replaced the douche?
Oh no, the
I don't know.
douche
I
bag.
can't tell y'all that.
Yeah.
I don't. The other things like the feminine hygiene stuff is they made it a little less bulky because
Oh, yeah.
all this motherfucker.
Because the douche had traveling bags and stuff, huh?
And the fact that motherfucking cord was long as hell. I said, Dad, you ain't got a chance. You ain't got a chance.
You was just there, Dad.
Dad, she been lying to you.
Well, I mean, it was already 70, y'all. This job was done.
Yeah,
I
his
guess
job
you
been
got- I guess you
done.
got- but
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I digress, folks.
So you was
Hey,
in there
if any-
blowing in the douche.
Yeah, I'm sure if anybody, 50 years old,
Yeah, I've
if y'all
heard this
did
story
that,
a lot of times, yeah.
send it in, let me know about it,
Hey,
because
man.
that was hilarious to me.
Speaking of something like that, so I had a buddy.
You got more than one buddy.
Yeah, I
Go
got
ahead.
more than one buddy. But hilarious though when you talk about that. So he's the only boy of all these girls, plus his mama.
Mm-hmm.
So, they got their little tampon things around. So this fool, when he was younger, gets caught. Well, he didn't get caught. He didn't know what he was doing. He's the baby and everything. He walking around, and his mama turned around and says, "What is that?" And he's like, and she see what it is. She snatched his food and come out. He had a drawer full of them. Those are his horns. Boy, we talk about that shit at the dinner table.
He got a whole brass section in his
whole
car.
section. Man, we talked about that. His mama laughing his ass so much, man. She's like,
Oh, my God.
we look up this fool.
Hey, shout out to the 90 babies that don't gotta go through that no more.
Yeah, because that was way back. That's like that's 60 baby.
Yeah.
But that was so hilarious. His mama said, "Hey, this fool come down the steps."
That I could have. I'm just thinking about the parent, the mama, like,
She's like, "What is
you
that?"
know what that's been at, bro? Like,
Well, that was gonna be my. Well, let me stop.
Yeah, don't do it.
I know
Don't do it, Lamont.
Cause having a girl. So by that time I was a single dad raising a boy and a girl. So a single dad. So shout out to the single dads, and I really want to hear y'all input on this. When you're raising a daughter, and she's 7, 8, 9, 10 hit, all of a sudden, Dad, I think I'm gonna need something. What you need?
All right, what the heck you need?
What do you, Dad? Just. So I had to go get the stuff, and I'm like, oh my goodness,
Did you call anybody?
No,
You didn't?
no. Yeah, I did. I called Miss
Danny?
Maryland.
oh, okay.
I called.
yeah.
I said,
yeah, I was about to say, like, my dad wasn't a single dad for a long time,
yeah, he was recruiting his ass off.
but I know from the women in our lives.
Okay, we're gonna have to. Okay,
Let me give context.
let's get context to this.
And when I say
want the
women,
content.
I mean like Miss Maryland.
Yeah, shout out to Maryland.
Shout out, and rest
Maryland
in
helped-
peace,
yeah.
my godmother,
Yeah, Miss
Nicole.
Nicole. These ladies helped me to help raise my kids.
And it's not till now, and I'm pretty sure Dad even has this too. But like, man, I know from experience, without some of them women, man,
Yeah, y'all was hit.
it was over with.
I'm talking hit.
I'm talking about walking around with an afro all the time.
Man.
Yeah, I tried to braid some hair, man. Oh, it was awful. It was horrible.
Well, I just gotta get a second shout out to my godmama.
Look,
Rest in peace, Nicole Thompson.
let me tell y'all, and this is the other thing I'm gonna tell single dads to do if that moment ever occurs, and you're trying to appease your kids because you're trying to make them feel better about the fact that it's just you right now. Do not take them little motherfuckers to the mall and buy them a puppy.
No. Don't take
Do
your
not-
daughter to the mall
Both y'all little
and
asses.
buy them a puppy. I love them dogs. Or that dog I had.
Yeah, you loved them.
I just went old enough. I was like 6, maybe not even then. She was the
Man,
teenager.
I walked through the mall, man, and I guess I'm feeling bad and shit.
Yeah, I don't know what. See, that's when we should have been asking for the YouTube and the
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
stuff. Cause
Already wrong.
we ain't never got that little
Somebody done
that
told
inkling
you
back.
wrong.
So anyway, but that was funny as hell. Anyway, so I know this is Women's Month, so we want to shout out to all of the women.
Shout out
Okay,
to
now
all
when
the
did they
women.
get this? So when is men's month?
Comes up,
Men.
man.
When is the
Men
men's
don't
month?
get it. Men
Why
don't
does
get
they
a
have a
month.
woman's
Yeah,
month?
when did this come about?
Okay, so let me try to help y'all.
Okay.
Can I?
That's a good
Are you gonna
question.
tell me when the men month is coming up?
No, I'm gonna try to help you
Okay,
guys.
help me.
Okay, so women was a part of that minority group too that needed some recognition. Like you had your
I understand.
okay, so you had that month for y'all. Now, granted, it was the shortest month, but what they said was the reason why they gave y'all February is because of
Gave y'all or us?
y'all.
February.
February
1980.
February was because of Frederick
Douglass.
Douglas.
That's that Jackson State.
I know, right? Frederick. No, wait. Yeah. So anyway,
Well, you who?
his birthday.
You're looking for
You
it back
say
up.
it one more time.
My backup. Where my backup? My backup. Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln's birthday was that month, so they felt like that was the month you give. Yeah. That I don't know why the women get more days than black folks in general. I don't know, man, but I ain't
Okay,
mad
so
at it.
I'm gonna just give y'all a little context behind Women's Month. So I'm reading one thing that says the month is set aside to honor women's contributions to American history. Women's History Month began as a local celebration in Santa Rosa, California,
in February. Only in California.
In February of 1980, President Jimmy Carter issued the first presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8th, 1980 as National Women's History Week. Now, I'm reading another fact that says Molly Murphy McGregor founded National Women's History Allegiance in 1985. Okay. So, also in Santa Rosa, California.
So let me try to answer his question about why men don't have a month yet.
Okay. Let me get this.
Why you want one? Because everybody else got one.
Everybody else got one, man. I want my own damn month. Man, let's have a nail month. Let's have a nail month.
Yeah.
No, we can't do a nail month. Not nasty nail. Ain't no telling what's going to happen.
Speaking of a nail month, you got a question, though. I didn't even see it.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get it. Here we go.
So I guess we'll start to close out the show with this last question.
All right.
And wow, look, just so look, say hey Unc down there. Yeah.
Let me see that.
Look, hey Unc.
Damn, I'm moving on up.
Hold on.
I can't wait to hear what it's about though. Shit.
Okay. Hey Unc! Exclamation point. Look, they was excited.
Right.
These last few months have been tough for me, and it seems like everything I do just ain't good enough. Oh, this a hood, baby. Oh, I'm sorry, that was me. I have taken more losses than ever before and don't understand why. From friendships to relationships, my job, etc. At this point, I just don't know what to do. Do you have any words of encouragement? Because at this point, I'm thinking of just giving up. Whoa.
Don't give up.
Man, we'll call him W.
Well, W, don't give up. I'm just saying, man. I can't give him no more, but just don't give up.
We got you.
Just don't give up, man. Stay focused, youngin'. Stay focused, man.
I'm telling you.
Hey, man, it's rough out here for everybody. It ain't just you, man. So stay focused. Don't give up. Light's going to get lighter at the end of the tunnel, so don't worry about it, man.
Just
keep going, bro.
He don't want to. He didn't give you. He didn't ask you. He didn't say, "Hey, exclamation point" for this generic.
Hey, man. I mean,
answer.
I can only give him.
Tell him about all the trials and tribulations you done been through,
man. From a little kid,
and give him some advice on how you kept going. Give them advice how they can afford this green tracksuit you got on.
And the 550.
Oh yeah, on that 550 sitting outside. We don't know where it's sitting at because we don't.
It's working. Somebody might have stole it. Somebody stole it.
No, we got the goons outside for you. Don't worry about it.
Man, because they tried to take my shit.
I know you seen Uncle in the front.
Yeah, they took my stuff, man. No, you gotta just keep persevering, young fella. Don't give up. I've been through a lot myself. From tragedies to. Everything. You gotta just keep moving forward. Don't let them get you down. And I'm gonna be honest, you pray on that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Don't. There's somebody that can help you, and he's called God. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not a believer in God, believe in yourself. How about that? And just take yourself to a
I like that.
Start all over. There are chances to start over. Just because you was born today don't mean you can't start over
from
tomorrow.
scratch.
Yeah, start from scratch, bro. Don't give up. That's the only thing I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna just emphasize. It might sound generic, but don't give up, man. There's too much out here. It's too many opportunities. Don't give up, man. It's not a time to give up. This is the time to fight. I need you to fight right now. If you can't fight till you can't fight no more, and then when you can't fight no more, fight again. You know what I'm saying?
Fighting.
Don't give up.
Can I? That's an OG damn comeback if ever I heard one. OG Nelly Nell, Nasty Nell.
I'm just keeping it real, man.
The talent.
Don't give up.
I like it.
Yeah,
don't give up, man. I
got something to piggyback off of that.
Okay, it's rough. Go ahead.
I mean, I would. Go ahead. I would say that so it sounds like that person is listing their failures, right?
Right.
They put about 4 or 5 things that they feel like they failed at.
Right.
I look at those things as those are 4 or 5 lessons.
Or learn that you can learn.
Those are lessons or things that you can learn from. So now you know what not to fucking do.
Right. That's why I said don't give up, bro.
Yeah,
you can turn the page.
Yeah, you know what not to do. Now try something different.
Yeah, you did that 20 times.
Lastly, I would say.
What's that?
Change your circle.
No, that's true too, Holmes.
You got to change.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you got to change your circle.
So something my dad raised me off of was being honest with yourself, right, and knowing yourself. Mm-hmm. And obviously everybody, and it sounds like this is a problem he's having right now. You won't be able. You can't expect nothing from nobody until you yourself you giving yourself your full self. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To put it in layman's terms, don't create something and then think somebody gonna work harder than you are at it, right?
That's
But
facts.
and that goes back to knowing yourself, knowing your strengths, your weaknesses. Go take some time. Go sit in a room by yourself. Turn the TV off. Take your phone out. Go get a notebook. Write some stuff down.
It's closet time
If
right
you
now.
smoke, go smoke. Whatever you smoke, go take a drink. Just go learn how to be by yourself.
We might not have him drinking.
Nah, I got because, and that's a different episode. But we'll talk about vices and stuff. But whatever your vice, whatever your safe vice is, whatever gets you by. Go ahead and do that. Find your meditation, find your safe zone, find a place you can talk to yourself and learn who you are, what you okay with, what you not okay with. And then a lot of this stuff will just start falling in place for you. Because a lot of times we have these problems because, you know, I use this podcast, for example. You know, this podcast is only able to happen because we found out the strengths of everybody and they went and did it, right? I can't do nothing but create the podcast. I created the name, I created the concept, I brought the people together. I got Dad, he's a host. I got my uncle, he's a host. We got Lou, he's a cameraman.
Shout out to Lou. Shout out Big
Lou back there.
Lou.
96 Big Lou on Instagram.
Hey man, Lou, don't hurt us, man. Don't hurt us, Lou.
Yeah, we got a
Put
good
some
one.
pressure.
We're gonna put pressure on you, Lou. You got to.
We got executive producers, we got senior producers, we got a marketing team, we got a social media team, like.
Yeah, shout out to the team.
I had to know, in order for us to sit right here on this, I had to fall back and say, hey, I don't know how to do everything. We got to go get some other people. You see what I'm saying?
Your team, man.
So-
Your team. You know what? Whatever you're doing, it is going to involve a team. It's going to, if for you to be successful, no one that's been successful did not have a team.
Nobody.
You hear a lot of people saying, "Yeah, I did this, I did that." They're not being honest with themselves or
Yeah.
anybody else. You have to have
Can't
a
do
team.
nothing by yourself. And even if your team, and like, you know, I just named off all those people, but like, I take my girl, for example. Like, before this podcast, that was my team, you know. She's the one that, hey, you pay the bills this month? Hey, we need this. Hey, we need that. We need woo, 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 woo. If that's all you got right now, you can't afford to go hire no production team. Use what you got. You know what I'm saying? Make it work.
Yeah,
but
don't try to wait for the perfect situation because they don't
There's
never
not
show
one
up.
coming.
So I know we did talk a lot about this being Women's Month. I know you guys are looking at the books on the table here. One book in particular I definitely want to shout out is our homegirl Sharika Cook.
Whoop, whoop.
She has a book out. No, this is actually her second book.
Cook. I'm saying cook.
Oh, you were saying
Sharika Cook?
Sharika.
Okay.
Sharika Cook.
C-O-O-K.
Go get her book.
Shout out Sharika. Here, can you hold it up actually so they know which one?
Yeah, because you was reading it like it was a comic stuff. But yeah. What's the name of it, Nelly? Now?
It's got Insanely in Love.
Insanely in Love. Yep. So all the women,
Go
is that a women tour? Is that the audience is for
Insanely
women?
in Love.
All the women go, you know, all the men go purchase this for your girl.
Yeah, y'all went and got Steve Harvey stuff. Go get this.
Yeah, man.
That mug there, boy.
You know.
Anyway,
Oh, you say
I
you
ain't a
like
fan.
Steve?
I don't.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
my bad.
Wow. Wow.
That's
let me write
another
that
show.
down, 'cause, yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be
Write that
another
down.
show.
Can we go ahead and get that take?
And I don't not like him personally because I don't know him.
Yeah.
It's just some of the actions.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he-
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
So
done.
you don't watch like Family Feud and nothing like that?
Never.
Okay. I watch it because I like the questions, man. I'm like,
Yeah,
dang.
well, read a
Y'all
book.
got anything else?
Two more books here that we wanted to kind of shout out really quickly. This is the new Jim Crow. I highly recommend this book here, and of course the Michelle Obama book that I think everyone should read. Is great content in there. And you read them, or have your kids read them. Man, it's never too late or too early to have them starting reading books.
Yeah.
I was on a plane yesterday, and family is a family of three in a row, and instead of the two little kids having their games, them two
They had
little ones
books.
had books.
Not mad at that.
I was
I'm
highly
getting my
impressed.
book collection made up for 3 right now. We got a little book show for them and stuff. So,
Okay.
All right, man. So
well, I guess the last thing is, we have fun with these.
We had one more question about
What?
From somebody in California. The one about the business thing.
We'll get to them next week.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll answer y'all next week. I'm sorry. But speaking of that, go ahead and send in more questions. It was a lot of fun. I like it.
It was.
Send them questions to myfypod@gmail.com. That's the initials of my father, your father, pod@gmail.com.
No, this ain't liquor. It's got a lot of bubbles now.
Follow us, my father, your father on Instagram.
Can we drink liquor on the show?
Yeah. It's like, man, it's like, man. Hey, man.
So you got next week. You got the task of bringing in what liquor we gonna drink.
Yeah.
We'll work on that.
Hey, speaking of which, you know what I'm saying? If any black kings and queens out there got any liquors or anything y'all want to have us be a part of, we'd love to be a part of it, you know.
Absolutely.
Send us an email at the same email, myfypod@gmail.com. We'll set you up with, you know, our
Hey, I know y'all
executives.
sitting up here watching Nell look at my hat. He don't have a team in the
Go Blue!
He don't have a team in the March Madness, so
I sure don't. They're at
He
home.
hating. He's hating.
Didn't even make it.
Didn't
Won only
even-
6 games.
Didn't even get in it.
Not even a tradition for us. We
Man.
are. Wow.
So I don't want to jinx.
Neither one of my teams. Man.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx Michigan, but they played it. They played today.
Yeah,
They played
Michigan will
today.
probably be out today.
Yeah, see,
we'll-
that's
we'll
how
see how
haters
that goes
We see
next
that's how-
week.
Yeah, that's how haters
Hey
do.
man,
Yeah.
hey man, I'm for Juwan Howard.
Yeah, we up out of here, though.
Yeah, all right. We out. Hey,
you,
thank you.
host.
Thank you.
All
Like,
We
right.
love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Send us some whatever. Send us
my
some
phones
feedback.
off.
See y'all
See y'all
later.
next week.